Hi, I'm Annabelle Rowley for Australian Golf Digest TV. Today we're at Royal Sydney Golf Club, the host of the 2016 Emirates Australian Open. I am joined by Graeme Bailey, the president of Royal Sydney Golf Club. In what year was Royal Sydney founded and how many Australian Opens has it hosted?
Royal Sydney was founded in 1893 and that was out at Concord. But the big developments for Royal Sydney occurred early in the 20th century. And in 1904 was really when we consolidated at this site. 2 years later we hosted our first Australian Open in 1906 and there's been 14 Opens in total hosted prior to today. Royal Sydney is much more than a golf club. We've got a lot of members, 6,000 members, and they enjoy the facilities greatly, and those facilities include the 18-hole golf course, which is the centrepiece for the championship. There's a 9-hole course. There are 18 tennis courts, croquet, bowls, squash, and most recently a fitness centre with 2 swimming pools, a gym and some exercise areas.
How important is our national championship to Royal Sydney Golf Club?
This is the 15th occasion on which we've hosted it. Everyone gets a buzz out of having the Open here and then very much lift for the occasion. The planning for the event probably started a year ago. Then around 3 months ago you started to see a lot of activity on the golf course, and then most recently over the last month you start to see the infrastructure come, the tents and the stands, so you realise now it's really happening. Overall there's around 500 volunteers, and of those around 200 are Royal Sydney members, and they've got a variety of important positions, including the Chief Marshal and the deputies to that. That's a very important role of coordinating people, but they also will be walking the course, walker scorers, marshals, and captaining holes for crowd control and for player comfort during the Open. There's huge member participation in the events. We're booked out for lunches and for dinners. Royal Sydney was one of the 3 golf clubs that formed along with Royal Melbourne and Royal Adelaide, the body that's now Golf Australia. It started as the Australian Golf Union. We're also a founder of the body which is now Golf New South Wales. So Royal Sydney's had a very important part to play in golf in Australia. And in 1897 the first championship meeting was held at Royal Sydney, and that led to 1906 and we hosted our first Australian Open.
What is your vision for Royal Sydney over the next 10 to 20 years?
Royal Sydney's embarked on a strategic plan, which takes us through to the year 2030. That's an all-encompassing document which we've presented to the members. It identifies some areas in which we think we need to reinvest, both within the clubhouse and on the golf course. For the golf facilities, we've hired Gil Hands, world-famous American architect, to help us develop a master plan for both golf courses and for the practice range and for our turf care facilities. For the clubhouse we've been working with a new firm of architects. They've got some very exciting plans for us which involve a number of different facilities. Might not be as transformational for Royal Sydney as the fitness centre in 2011, but will still be a very important part in the evolution of the club.
How will you feel as President of Royal Sydney as the final group walks up the 18th on Sunday?
That's a very interesting question, Annabelle. Hopefully 2 emotions. One, a sense of relief that the event has gone off smoothly. Secondly, hopefully a sense of huge pride, pride in what we've achieved, pride in what the staff have done, and particularly the turf care staff, but also the staff in the clubhouse who have catered for all these guests, and just an overall sense of pride in what Royal Sydney has achieved.
And my final question, who is your pick for the Australian Open title?
I think Adam Scott would be the sentimental favourite. We'd all love to see him right the wrongs that occurred in 2013. But my tip, probably an amateur, Curtis Luck. I know that's a bit radical, but he's the number 2 rated amateur in the world, and Royal Sydney does have a bit of precedent for an amateur winning the Australian Open at Royal Sydney. Aaron Baddeley won it in 1999 as an amateur. So my tip, or my dark horse anyway, Curtis Luck.